So hello and welcome back to Goomaday's Coins and Banknotes, and today is just a last ditch effort. So today we're looking at German marks or pfennig coins from 1948-49. These are the first issue of West Germany, and in 1990 these were also used in East Germany for the current country that we know as the Bundesrepublik Deutschland, or the Federal Republic of Germany. So, in 1948, they only issued one coin, and that's the one pfennig. And I don't know why they actually just issued the one pfennig when East Germany managed to issue 1, 5, and 10 pfennig coins. Okay, here we go, 1948, and basically because the quality of them is actually a lot better than the East German coins are aluminium. These ones were bronze plated steel, or copper plated steel should I say. The 5 and the 10 were brass plated steel, and the 50 is just copper and nickel. And the design of these, and also the size, is quite similar to the previous issue of the mark and the race mark. So we don't worry about that, but we're going to check to see if there's any type of varieties. So in the one pfennig, the only variety I've come across is the J. So we know that all the J's of the pfennig coins can have some varieties. Okay, let's have a look at the F. So if you're not too sure on the mint marks, they had 4, so they had D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, and then there's G for Karlsruhe. F and G minted by the mint's owned by the Baden-Württemberg government, because Baden and Württemberg used to be 2 different states, or previously 2 different kingdoms. Then you got J for Hamburg. So looks like the F, we don't have any varieties. I've only got 2 of the coins. I've only got 1 for G, so I can't really measure the varieties. Okay, now for J, we have, let's have a look. These ones are dated. If you turn it on the side, you can see the steel. It goes black. So in archaeological records, a lot of these coins are not going to make it because steel corrodes quite quickly. Okay, so for the 1948, you check the date, and these dates look pretty much the same. Although, now it looks like, okay, here we go. Looks like the one on the top is thinner than the one on the bottom. So we flip it around, see if that's the case. And yeah, they look the same, so I'm going to say there's no noticeable variety, okay, in those ones. But if you want, you can actually check your own coins. Okay, then we have the 1949, and what you can see here is the top coin, the J, is bigger, and the bottom coin, the J, is small. And if you're not too sure on what 2 dates these are, these are 1949. So that's what you need to look for in these coins. And as far as I know, the other variation, it looks like the rim of the small J, or the border, is actually a lot thinner than the actual. Okay, large J is thinner than the actual small J. So that's the one pfennig, so you've got 2 varieties for that one. Okay, let's have a look at the 5 pfennig. So this one, we have the F mint mark. So just check to see if there's any difference in size. And okay, well, no, those F's look the same. This one, that might be an actual It's either an error or it's just damage. Okay, look at the date. No, I don't find anything on that. Okay, so there's nothing on the Fs that I can find. We'll go G. Okay, hopefully we're looking for big and small G's. Don't see anything on those. And then, because these are actually well circulated, they do suffer a lot of damage. Yep. Don't see anything in G's. How about the dates? No. You can have a look at other aspects, but in this video we're just going to be focusing on the actual min marks. So the last one we want is the actual J. So small. Okay, so this is the two varieties you're looking for in Germany. So the top one is big J, bottom one is small j. Now as for the mintages, J is 68.977 million. The G 57.3 million, and this one is the F with 66 million. So none of these are scarce. Okay, small. Okay, put that one on top. We've also got small as well. Okay, so basically that's what you're looking for: a small J and a thick J. And this one, the 5 looks a bit missing. Could be a difill, or also could be just circulation. But based on this side, there's not really as much circulation as on that one, so I reckon it's a difill. So that's also another error. So we use another coin. Okay, this one doesn't look like it's a grease strike, and what I can see is there might be a difference in the 5 as well. Not surprised about that. And look at the actual plant itself. They look pretty similar. And on this side, yeah, nothing. Okay, so that's what you're looking for the actual J mint mark. Okay, the next denomination we'll look at is the 10 pfennig. Okay, so these ones you have the D and the J has two different varieties. Okay, so look at the plant, look at the F. You can probably look at other stuff. I don't think the F mint mark has any varieties that are known, but over the past 60 years people have been looking and they have not found any. There's nothing in the actual F on this side, so you just compare two. Now if the R is a scarce variety, it might be that it will take ages for you to actually pick that up. Okay, so quick analysis: F, nothing. Okay, G, let's have a look at the 3 mint marks. These look pretty much the same size. Okay, but looks like that. Not that one. How about these two? Yeah, the bottom one looks a bit thinner than the actual top one. But the bottom one also looks a bit damaged anyway. So we go to other features of the actual coin. No, don't see anything on the actual plants. On the date, no, I don't see any difference in those. So nothing in the G. Okay, here we get J. Okay, this one should have different sizes. There you go, different sizes in the mint mark. So bottom one is large, top one is small. Look at the plants. And the large one looks like a slightly bigger plant. So okay, large, small, large, small, large, small. Okay, so it looks like we've got 50% agreement in the large and the small. So that is what you're looking for in the J. Once again, we put them both together, and you can see the top one is large, bottom one is small. Okay, just quickly check the other side as well on these, and no. Okay, so that's another variety you need to look out for, but it doesn't seem to be a scarce variety. Okay, now with the D mint mark, we check the D, no same size. Other side, no, don't see anything there. Now, is that rotated? Yeah, that's slightly rotated. Yeah, just slightly, but anyway, that's okay. Okay, we look at the plants. So what we're looking for is, okay, the difference in the actual plant itself. So we can see that this one is more narrower and also longer. This one's a little bit fatter and also not as long. You can see that on each of these plants that you can, especially on this side. That one. So that's the two varieties you need to look for in the D mint mark. So they call it pointed grains and rounded grains. So that means, so if you can see points at both ends, is it pointed? If they look a bit vague, then it's actually rounded. So that's the variety you need to look for in that coin. Okay, now the 50 pfennig. So this one, as far as I know, it doesn't have any varieties. And the last mintage you're going to get is G 25.9 million. So these are pretty common coins. So just check the actual mint mark first. These look the same. Bank Deutschland, Bank of German Lands, and yeah, those look the same as well. Okay. Now also check for doubling and stuff like that. Reading. Okay, if the reading's nearly gone, means probably well circulated. 1949. Okay. Yeah, nothing on the date. And the woman. Maybe the plant roots. That could also have a variation that people have not really looked at. And also the leaves. But I'm not keeping my hopes up. Anyway, that's that one. The next one we look at is the J. So this is the one that we see the variety on most of the other coins. Okay. But I don't think it's reported for this denomination. Okay, yep. Okay, no, I don't see anything on these coins. No, they look, J's look pretty much all the same. And we turn over the other side, look at the plant, the date and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, nothing on there. And I've only got one of the D mint mark, so I can't compare it with any other plants, any other coin of the same mint. But we can just compare it with another mint. Just check the date, see if everything's different. Okay, but no, as far as I know, it looks pretty much the same. Anyway, so that's basically what you're looking for in German pfennig coins of the Bundesrepublik Deutschland. So if you're not too sure what the Bundesrepublik Deutschland is, that's this coin, 5 Deutschmark. It's also circulated along with the 5 Deutschmark banknote, and also it's the highest value coin that they issue for circulation.